Rồi chút đây ta can nè còn cái này phần này cứ ở ban thơ video game tới đấy ta công tơ mình bài hàng cứ lên game đánh cá ra lớn rồi lên đánh cá mong nhom quá bạn bạn chết ra luôn anh nhìn nhưng mà reaction ta can video này này bao qua quy quy quá ấy em anh guiny nắng rồi có gin mình nắng nắng giờ mình nắng đấy rồi có guiny nắng anh hay cho này con này làm mà rồi hay subscriber lại nhưng mà reaction ta can video mui đâu có lôi lôi nè chứ chân mơ video bọt thế nè thì đúng tăng khoai tăng bọt thế nhưng mơ tăng video nó có tem 12k rồi ấy này cột còn này đọc tí ở mơ này ao rồi có ai cột con ai bạn con phi bây rồi là
The RGB on this gaming setup is reacting to the Valorant spike timer. You can do this.
This is my $300 budget gaming PC, and today my goal is to try and optimize the PC all the way to 10,000 FPS. Make sure to watch till the end to find out if we complete the challenge. Okay, so if we want to get 10,000 FPS, we are going to have to optimize this computer to the absolute extreme. So let's talk about the specs. This is the budget gaming PC that we're going to try and get the highest FPS on. It only costs around $350 and it's actually pretty fast. Anyways, let's go ahead and turn it on. Alright. Oh, here we go. Let's see how fast it boots. Oh, and there we go. It has an i5 6600K CPU, which only has 4 cores. Basically, this used to be a lot, but these days, every computer has around 8 cores. It has 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is actually pretty good. But that's as good as it gets, because the graphics card literally only costs $75. I wish I was joking. So I booted up default Minecraft, no mods, no client, just so we could track our starting FPS. So we can compare this FPS at the end of the video. Alright, let's see what our FPS. Oh my god! Whoa, alright, it's a little. Alright, we now have default settings. Oh, it's bad. This is so bad. Yeah, it's not great. So our starting FPS is 8. 8 FPS all the way to 10,000. So with that, we began the challenge. Going from this, which seems impossible. Even worse, I'm only allowed 24 hours. Starting now. The first thing I did was ask ChatGPT, how do I substantially increase FPS in Minecraft? Oh, what? Look at all this. Look, oh my god. AI might actually be taking over the world, guys. One of the suggestions were very obvious, like turning down settings. That's obvious. But it gave me one thing that would go on to change everything. But more on that later. I started off by changing my Minecraft settings to what ChatGPT said was optimal. Settings like animation, smooth lighting, fast render, and fast math were changed. But ChatGPT also suggested changing some Java arguments, which is basically code. So I applied the changes. And from those changes alone, we had already increased our frames per second to a few hundred, all thanks to ChatGPT. Next, I wanted to try 4 FPS boosting clients: Luna, Fabric, Feather, and Labimon. So I downloaded all 4, and I tested all 4 to see which client was the best. And these were the results. Whoa, 1,000 Feather client, go, 400 FPS. I literally installed everything that boosts FPS in Feather. 600. We're now on Fabric, and Fabric is supposed to be really good. Whoa! No way. Unsurprisingly, Fabric was the best for my.
Computer dân tôi bây giờ dân đặt một cái này, tại bà computer dân on á, thì dân lấy ai vẽ so sồn mà, tại bà computer dân kháng, rồi bị lệ so mà rồi pi rồi dân, bà phân ai vẽ về lang nào bằng 10 rồi, thì dân từ tôi chỉ đã shader cho đam.
Minecraft 1.19. My next plan was to read some of your comments on my world record FPS video. There were great suggestions for boosting FPS.
I'm gonna read some comments and see if I can figure out anything. You should use fraps because try to use frame fraps to count your FPS. Does it actually make that big of a difference? The FPS counter kills FPS? A little bit counterintuitive.
This is because Minecraft's built-in frame counter can actually lower your frames, which is stupid. I then downloaded fraps so we could get more FPS, which is apparently really old. Oh.
Windows 7? Wait, how old is this?
So did it increase our FPS?
One, go.
Chơi Minecraft
Oh, okay. 1700 FPS. Not bad for a $300 gaming PC.
I was expecting maybe 100 to 200 FPS increase, but I couldn't have been more wrong. This budget PC was already getting really good FPS, but we are far from done. I saw a comment which suggested watching the Intel Edits FPS boost video, so I did watch it, and these were the changes I decided to make. Firstly, I changed how much RAM I was allocating Minecraft. A mistake I made before was allocating too much RAM, which actually slows down the game. So I kept it at 3 gigabytes, which is the optimal amount. Next, I used a custom power plan and updated the graphics drivers, cleared the temp folder in Windows, which gets rid of bloat. And then I tried overclocking. Overclocking a graphics card can make it run faster, but the only problem is that overclocking, if done wrong, is kinda dangerous and can cause your PC to break. Surprisingly, that did not happen, and despite doing all of this though, we only gained 100 FPS. It was at this point I realized I made a really big mistake. 1.19 kind of sucks. 4 FPS, and here's why. Every Minecraft update adds new mod blocks and thingies, which ruin FPS. And from individually trying every Minecraft version this song, I found that there are 3 Minecraft versions that are best for FPS. I'll let you guess. It's 1.12.2, 1.8.9, and 1.7.10. These were the best free versions. I was able
Biar room kok. Kalau yang tahu nang. Đừng cái thì làm cái mình thấy đấy cái này chụp ta. Còn video mới YouTube tới à vào tới đừng quên.
Destroys every single other CPU in gaming, even the Intel i9 14900K.
Today we'll find out just how fast it runs inside Minecraft to not only achieve absolutely ridiculous
FPS values in Minecraft,
but also to find out theoretically how much the 9800X3D can handle by using all sorts of approved scientific Minecraft CPU tests that hopefully will not kill our CPU.
Nhưng mà đây chào rắm cho vui thằng CPU AMD nhưng có CPU bên tay AMD mà tới đi riêng khăn này ta nhưng mà đang đấy mà mới tới khăn rồi nữa.
Hopefully.
But to push our CPU to its limit, we're going to need an absolutely insane PC to maximize our CPU's performance.
Which is why instead of using any old gaming PC, get out of here! Oh god! I decided why not just build the most unnecessarily insane gaming PC I can.
To help unlock the true power of the fastest gaming CPU,
We have the RTX 5090, a 1300 watt power supply,
128 gigabytes of RAM,
and only now am I realizing I spent way too much money on this video.
Không,
Starting off with the
giờ mới trong tay thằng Hal.
128 gigabytes of RAM,
and only
Thằng Hal liquid. Lối số mà thằng Hal. Chỉ đúng mà dân BVC một món cái dân đàn nó bán này. Bây mà muốn mà vua nó chứng rõ là đồ bây giờ thằng Hal chỉ dụ thôi mà nó đã liquid. Em mà nó em mà chiều xa này cái sai. Nhưng thôi nhé cái sai thông thông nè. Một trình màu đi sai. Anh ấy đi vô hộ play nhá.
now am I realizing I spent way too much money on this video. Starting off with the PC case, I actually don't remember buying this. What is that? What have I bought? It seemed like a bit. It was not. Hopefully it still works.
and while building the PC, I can finally get rid of this squeaky old IKEA chair.
All thanks to the Habata E3 ergonomic office chair. This might not be the most efficient way.
Now that we're sitting down more than ever, it's really important to get a good office.
Đấy vui kìa. Mạnh mày xuống kìa.
Ergonomic office.
Kìa. Ích bà đá mấy.
Office chair. This might not be the most efficient way.
Now that we're sitting down more than ever, it's really important to get a good office chair. And the Habata E3 is exactly that. So while I got to work building my new chair, it was also time to install the 9800X3D. But despite trying my best, I almost messed up. Let's freaking go! Thankfully, I succeeded. But little did I know, things were only going to get harder. Meanwhile, building the Habata E3 was going extremely well thanks to its simple instructions.
Building a chair is a lot easier than a PC.
Which was actually going well until I realized our CPU cooler was way too big to fit in the case. So I had to literally buy another cooler, praying it would fit inside the case.
Oh, this looks clean. Alright, so does it fit? No! Please. No, dude.
But thankfully I was able to mount it on the front. Just ignore those 2 missing screws, it's fine. Meanwhile, at this point, I had built the entire chair.
I think we need to sit on that chair. Oh! This chair is amazing!
And that's because the Habata E3 is not like any other office chair.
The features on this thing are absolutely unreal.
Firstly, the chair adapts to your body in multiple different ways. Through its free zone floating wing lumbar support, which provides lumbar support in all 3 places to make you as comfortable as possible.
And unlike my old chair, which had no armrests,
the E3 has 6-dimensional foldable armrests, giving you the full convenience of moving the armrests however you want. And the headrest is insanely adjustable, not just moving up and down, but also backwards and forwards, which is essential for neck support, especially over a long period of time.
This is honestly my new favorite office chair, and I've tested quite a few.
So get your own Habata E3 ergonomic chair in the link in the description. Meanwhile, I unboxed our own Habata E3 ergonomic chair in the link in the description. Meanwhile, I unboxed our 1300 watt power supply.
Oh my gosh.
And after installing our 5090 and doing some pretty horrible cable management, our fastest gaming CPU build was supposedly complete.
I just want to preface that I'm not very proud of this computer.
Let's just say it's unique.
There is a very real possibility that this computer will explode. I'm scared.
But it was time to turn it on.
Oh my god, it turned on. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, we have no display,
but it's on. Until it just randomly turned off.
Wait, did it just turn off? It just turned off.
And this kept happening. I would look away for a second, and then it would be off. So, I tried updating the BIOS.
It's gonna turn off again. Yeah!
But that didn't work. No matter what I tried, nothing is fixing my computer. I even started to lose my mind. And just as soon as I thought we were getting close,
wait.
It happened again! But then we got a clue. A CPU overheating message. I then somehow managed to boot into Windows, but the CPU was dangerously hot.
Okay, so it is the next day, and I actually figured out why our CPU was overheating. Turns out, these things were never meant to be installed on the CPU cooler, and it was raising the cooler off the CPU, causing the CPU to overheat. Now, this is just a theory.
So, was I right?
And wow!
And just like that, our fastest gaming CPU PC was complete.
So without any further ado, let's open up Task Manager. And there it is. Ryzen 7 9800X 3D, running at think so. Most benchmarks online seem to suggest that the 9950X 3D is around 3 to 5% faster in some games.
And in a lot of games, the 9800X 3D is actually faster.
And on top of that, the 9950X 3D is expensive. Which is why I still see the 9800X 3D as the value king for gaming. And now that all our testing software is installed, it's now time to actually test just how fast the fastest gaming CPU actually is. I sure hope it isn't disappointing. Starting our first test, we have the Minecraft boot test. So compared to the previous generation 7800X3D, just how fast does the fastest gaming CPU launch Minecraft? It's important to mention that your launching speed of Minecraft is not entirely based on your CPU. Games like Minecraft heavily rely on your SSD or hard drive speed, so this is technically more of a full-on PC test. Okay, 3, 2, 1... Go. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. I don't know. Is it faster?
The only way to know is to compare them side by side, where we find that on average the 9800X3D is around half a second faster.
I will say, if it is faster, it is very hard to tell. And now that we're in Minecraft, it is time to begin our real testing. So, compared to the previous generation, just how fast can the fastest gaming CPU generate a Minecraft world? 3, 2...
wall đó. Thằng lại chúng ta wall trên wall mấy dân để wall mấy á. Nhưng mà ra tha cả Minecraft update máu wall nó đa lương chân một nhạc nè em lên version mấy đa lương tứ wall mặt đấy trôi lên
1 go.
đây rồi đấy.
Oh, that was definitely fast.
And if we compare both CPUs next to each other, the 9800X3D is noticeably quicker.
It's definitely faster. But without a side-to-side comparison, it is really hard to tell.
Mình tay game xanh cho đặt. Ai, ô đạm một tôi chơi đạm một đi. Mơ anh có đạm một. Một nên là một đấy.
Switch to our optimized Minecraft, using mods like Sodium and Lithium, which literally rewrite parts of Minecraft to make the performance better.
And compared to normal Minecraft, where we were already getting 1,000 frames per second, with Sodium we can reliably hit 1,300. And what's crazy is that the 9800X3D doesn't even use more power.
Those are some pretty impressive frames. But that begs the question, just how many frames can the fastest gaming CPU get? And sure.
Với nhầm tôi bị đổ đi và bạn họ record rú đá này.
Bedrock loads chunk.
Vậy nó một đá nhưng men một. Từ bà ria. Một trong men một mùi dục. Rồi nhầm lại. Trong men một mùi. Mánh đã download được ta mánh. Nên tôi mang tên nè. Rồi một mánh cho thấy nè. Nè. Những miền môn mùi chắc này. Cho anh. Cho anh down không crop. Biết không? Crop. Ê, anh ấy một xin kìa. Chừng down không nhẹ. Chừng ai down nâng cả bán này. Ta nhóm ở châu mod string mà ta down mod điều dú à. Châu xã châu không này. Nè. Nè đây cho nám á. Mod nâng là so với nhiều vì chúng wall gan mod bởi vì đó này trơ version á đoạn khâu version đã cháy nhà nó nhưng khi kia lính mai lăng bởi computer kháng kia lăng đầu mập con này vậy đôi video mà nhận thì trong có mưa đuôi hai nom phần năng thế còn bên này non hà ta hay tiếp rồi computer nhóm record Minecraft cái này pa Minecraft liệu